Cars are supposed to get you from point A to point B. That's the idea, right? But somewhere along the line, car companies said, what if point B was halfway across the galaxy and point A was yesterday? That's when things got out of hand. We're talking about cars that don't just go fast. They bend the rules of what fast even means. Cars that pack more horsepower than a fire station full of trucks. Cars that are so ridiculously overpowered that even professional drivers say, yeah, maybe this is too much. So, today we're counting down the top 7 cars that have way too much power. And trust me, by the end of this list, you'll be wondering if we even need roads anymore. 7. Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus, the 300 miles per hour club. Let's start with a car that doesn't just go fast, it rewrote the record books. The Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus. Underneath its sleek carbon fiber body is an 8.0-liter, quad-turbocharged W16 engine that produces 1,577 horsepower. That's not a typo. That's literally like strapping 16 Honda Civics together and hoping for the best. In 2019, Bugatti did the impossible. It became the first production car to break the 300 miles per hour barrier, clocking in at 304 miles per hour. To put that into perspective, a Formula One car tops out around 230 miles per hour. A Boeing 747 takes off at about 180 miles per hour. The Chiron Super Sport? It would blow past both of them like they were standing still. And here's the kicker. Nobody can even use this speed. There's no road on Earth where you can legally, or safely, go 300 miles per hour. The Autobahn? Forget it. Even Germany would say, yeah, no thanks. So why does it exist? Because Bugatti wanted to prove it could. And honestly, that's both terrifying and kind of awesome. 6. Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170, the street-legal dragster. Now let's take a trip across the Atlantic to the land of burgers, freedom, and absurdly large engines. America. And of course, I'm talking about the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170. This car is basically Dodge looking at the laws of physics and saying, we'll take it from here. Under the hood is a supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8, making 1,025 horsepower on regular fuel. But if you feed it some E85 ethanol, it pushes out even more. And the launch? Forget roller coasters. This thing does 0 to 60 in 1.66 seconds. That's faster than most humans can blink. It's not just quick. It's so violent that it'll actually lift its front wheels off the ground when it launches. And the best part? It looks like a regular muscle car. You could pull up to a stoplight, rev the engine, and the person next to you would have no idea they're about to get smoked by a factory car that's basically a dragster in disguise. Unnecessary? Absolutely. But that's America's style. Go big, go loud, go home. 5. Tesla Model S Plaid, the silent assassin. Now, if the Demon is screaming V8 thunder, the Tesla Model S Plaid is the exact opposite. It doesn't scream, it doesn't roar, it just obliterates you in silence. With its tri-motor setup, the Plaid puts out 1,020 horsepower. But the wild part is the acceleration. This family sedan, yes, sedan, does 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. Think about that. You could have your kids in the back seat, your groceries in the trunk, and still dust a Lamborghini at the stoplight. It's like watching your dad suddenly win a UFC fight out of nowhere. And because it's electric, there's no drama. No exhaust note, no turbo spool, just click. And suddenly your neck hurts because you're pinned to the seat. There's power without the noise, and somehow that makes it even scarier. The Plaid is proof that even the most practical-looking cars can be absolute monsters under the skin. 4. Rimac Nevera, almost 2,000 horsepower. Speaking of EV monsters, let's talk about the Rimac Nevera. If Tesla is the crazy cousin, Rimac is the genius scientist. This Croatian hypercar makes a staggering 1,914 horsepower. That's not a typo. It's basically 2 hypercars worth of power in one. 0 to 60, 1.74 seconds. Quarter mile, just under 9 seconds. That's motorcycle territory. Actually, scratch that, it's faster than most drag bikes. And it's not just about going straight. Thanks to insane torque vectoring, the Nevera can literally dance around corners like it's defying gravity. YouTube is full of videos of drivers laughing hysterically mid-launch because their brains can't process what just happened. Here's the thing. Rimac actually has to limit what this car can do because it's so powerful that it could shred itself if everything was unleashed. Imagine building a car so strong that even the engineers say, "Yeah, let's dial this back before it explodes." That's Rimac. 3. Hennessy Venom F5. The Texas Tornado. Next up, Texas. You know how everything's bigger in Texas? Well, the Hennessy Venom F5 took that very seriously. Named after the most destructive category of tornado, the Venom F5 has a twin-turbo V8 making 1,817 horsepower. Hennessy claims it can do over 310 miles per hour. That's beyond insane. This isn't some massive car company like Bugatti. It's a tuner brand from Texas that basically said, "You know what? Let's beat the Europeans at their own game." And the wild part? They just might have done it. At top speed, the Venom F5 isn't a car anymore. It's a missile with wheels. And honestly, that's exactly the point. 2. Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. Physics doesn't apply. Of course, no too much power list is complete without a Koenigsegg. Enter the Jesko Absolute. This Swedish masterpiece packs 1,600 horsepower from its twin-turbo V8. But the real magic is in its aerodynamics. Koenigsegg claims this will be the fastest car they ever make, aiming for speeds around 330 miles per hour. Here's the fun fact. Most cars get less stable the faster they go. The Jesko? Thanks to its design, it actually becomes more stable as the speed increases. Imagine a car that doesn't freak out at high speed, it gets better. That's terrifying. Christian von Koenigsegg literally said, "This is the last car we'll ever make that's about pure top speed." Translation: they've already gone as far as anyone can go. 1. SSC Tuatara. Controversial but crazy. Finally, we have the SSC Tuatara. This American hypercar comes with 1,750 horsepower on E85 fuel and a body that looks like something straight out of a science fiction movie. In 2020, it supposedly hit 331 miles per hour, but that record was later called into question, and SSC had to redo the runs. Even after all the drama, they proved it can comfortably sit at over 280 miles per hour, which is still ludicrous. Say what you will about the controversy, the Tuatara still belongs on this list because it embodies everything about too much power. It's wild, it's extreme, and it's completely unnecessary. But that's what makes it special. And that's for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Got thoughts, questions, or video ideas? Drop them down in the comments. I read every single one.